you always got to remember the jingle. The jingle will mess you up in every intro because you think you're good to go, and then you start talking, that jingle comes right in. I am so excited to sit down and talk with some folks here via the studio lines, and we're going to be talking about indie film. We're going to be talking specifically about indie film. We're going to be talking about Wetpaint Pictures. And I have some folks from Wetpaint who have called in. So far I have Chris. Are you there, Chris?
I'm right here.
Okay, right on. And then I have Cody. Cody, are you there?
I'm here. What's going on, Professor?
Nice, nice. And do we happen to have Tat? Is Tat here?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi. Good morning.
What? This is
we
just pure craziness here. Pure craziness here. And I guess probably what I want to do is I want to start with, let's start broad and we'll kind of narrow our scope here. So I want to start with Cody. Tell me a little bit about Wetpaint Pictures.
Sure. Wetpaint Pictures kind of started being developed and was born, I want to say, mid-summer of 2016. And we started getting a team together, and we started off with a really small team, actually, and kind of developed over time, but we started off with a small team, and we decided we were going to make a Godzilla fan film for my little brother, who is a phenomenal, huge Godzilla fan. And we started that. We went all over. We got kicked out of many places and had fun in the process. And about 6 months into filming, the film got hijacked and by some ransom overseas virus. And they wanted some type of ransomware, and they wanted us to pay the money, blah, blah, blah. And we pretty much came down to two options. It was, one, either pay these guys and see if we'll even get our project back, but the chances of that were really slim. And two, just move on. So we decided we're going to move on. And here we are. And we've been we've grown as a team ever since. We're having a good time. Great team.
Nice, very good. Now, Chris, if I can just kind of shift you for a moment. What's your involvement with Wetpaints? What do you do? How do you contribute?
Generally, whatever Cody tells me to do. But we had. I say it tongue in cheek, but it's kind of true. But it was actually kind of a funny story how we met. I'm a little older than these guys, and we're in Washington, D.C., and I had a different career kind of in the political world for a while, and I was planning a kind of a Halloween-ish type party for one of my kids, and I had to go into the store and get fake blood, for this party. And I met this young man there, and I said, "Hey, you guys got fake blood by any chance?" And it was Cody, and Cody proceeded to take me down the aisle and describe in great detail the very different kinds of fake blood and what they could do for me and what was better. And I said, "Wow, that's great. I didn't know there was so much." And he said, "Well, are you making a film?" I said, "No, we're just having a party here." And he said, "Oh, because we're making a film." And I'm an old movie guy and horror guy, and so we just started talking in the store. And next thing you know, we started talking on the phone, and then next thing I know, I was involved in Godzilla, running around doing some of the things we were trying to do to bring the big lizard to the small screen in Washington. Which and after that, after the sort of demise of that, we just said, well, we want to do something else, and it just kind of evolved organically with me and with a lot of the other people that are involved.
Mm-hmm. Very good, very good. Now, Tad, I want to kind of just shift you for a moment, and I mean this with the utmost affection, as I can say this.
Okay.
That was creepy as hell when I watched Sleepwalkers. You played a creepy role like I have never seen before. I was just like, that is just way too much. Now, and I don't mean any offense to you, but hopefully that was acting, right? That was truly acting on your part, right?
Oh, no, I wasn't acting. Cody just pulled up a camera, and that's me normal.
So what did you enjoy most about doing Sleepwalkers, Pat?
I enjoyed the fact that Cody really let me just kind of form the character on my own. He gave me, the specific things about it, but sometimes he would just say to me, okay, just do something weird. Just go with it, whatever you're feeling. I really liked the fact that I could make it my own, and, I wasn't bothered by any of the dirt or the glass that I accidentally dragged myself on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Method acting. I like it a lot. So, Cody, where are you working on now that our listeners may be interested in?
As of now, we are working on a full-length original film called Territories. And during our spare time when we're not working on that, which most of the time we are, but when we got a little spare time on our hands, we try to release a few short horror films here and there. Well, when we have a decent script and we got a team all together. And so that's pretty much what we're working on right now is Territories and the short skits.
And Chris, what are you doing in Territories? Are you involved at all in this project?
I am. I get to be in both. If you saw Teddy, you saw my work in the bear costume.
Nice.
Which I wasn't quite sure
too.
of what I was doing there, but as Tat was just saying, Cody said, "Yeah, just put the costume on and go with it." But in Territories, I'm kind of a detective, kind of a veteran detective, homicide detective, trying to solve a murder that looks like a gangland slaying, and leads us to my partner and I to speculate who might be involved, and it leads us to this gang called the North Kings, and to investigate whether they were involved, and it sort of takes off from there.
Very, very good. Now, were you in the trailer holding the bag of evidence? Was that you?
Oh,
His partner.
that was that's my hot-headed take no prisoners, balls to the wall partner.
Nice.
He's we I think we tried to run the good cop bad cop, but it's more like the good cop psycho cop.
Very good. Now, Tad, I saw you in the trailer, and I thought that you were doing a good job in the trailer when I did the reaction video. You have quite a bit of talent going on, Tad. What are you hoping to accomplish with all this?
Well, thank you, first of all, and I'm just really here to have fun. I really enjoy just acting, but If it turns into something else later on in life, that's wonderful. But right now, I'm just having fun.
Just having fun. So you're not going out and auditioning for other roles, or are you just pretty much staying with this crew?
I'm pretty much staying with this crew. There's always a lot going on with Wetpaint Pictures, so there's so many opportunities to get out there and do something. So I'm kind of just sticking with these guys right now. They're a great crew to work with.
Nice, very nice. Now, Cody, we were talking a little bit about one of our phone conversations about just your enthusiasm for horror, and I want to ask you, where does it come from? What makes you such a huge horror fan?
Oh man, great question. I think just the fact that horror scares the shit out of me, and it's something that pretty much, especially with the short stuff, it's nice to have the team come out and help, and it's a big collaboration. And just in that 2 or 3 minutes, it's nice just to tell a little story, you know, and really make it as creative as we can. But as for the horror stuff, oh man, I mean, you gotta love the classics like I think like The Shining, Evil Dead terrified me as a kid. It still freaks me out. Stuff like that, and just see how like Evil Dead is a good reference. How low budget and how good it really was. You know, it doesn't. You don't have to have millions and millions of dollars to do this. And that's one thing that we wanted to show is that anybody can go out there and do these short skits, or you can do whatever you want. You don't have to have millions and millions of dollars. You know, it's just pure fun, and you know, it's a collaboration, and we all get together, and we love doing this. And I couldn't do it without these guys. And it's just pure fun, and we love it.
Now, Chris, I'd like to know, like, when you're involved in these films, I mean, do you do any kind of research at all on what you want to play, or are you just going from the gut, like, you know, you read the script and this is what you kind of want to do?
Well, it's a good question. I think on one part, you know, we kind of we draw the scene up, we draw the idea up, you know, almost like, okay, it's going to look like this. You're going to be this guy. She's going to be this, and then this is what's going to happen. And then I think kind of what I think is fun about the process is that, you know, you start with a plan, but then when you get in there and you get in the room or you get in the location and you see how you're interacting, things can change very quickly into what you really didn't expect, and that's usually in a good way. You see, like, oh, what were we thinking? We should do it this way. I should be more like this. So it starts out, you know, everything starts out with a plan, but 9 times out of 10 you get in there to do it, and it kind of organically evolves into something, you know, sometimes you didn't even expect, which is kind of cool.
Ed, I would be curious to know, when you're doing these roles, is there any part of you that is uncomfortable? I mean, do you suffer at all from any kind of stage fright or anxiety or whatnot when you get ready to do these roles?
Not really, no. At first, there was a little bit just when I first met Cody and everyone, but after a while, I was really, really comfortable, and I know that if I mess up, everyone will just laugh it off, and Cody will restart the scene, and it's not a big deal.
Cody, what is the hardest part about making a 3-minute horror short?
Time and location. It seems like time and location definitely. Sleepwalker is a great example. Sometimes when we get these ideas, and they can be really good ideas, and as Chris said, it's like when you show up to these buildings or locations, Sleepwalker in particular was an abandoned school. We got in pitch dark, and you know, we're hooking up our lights and stuff, and we're getting stuff figured out, and you'll notice something will go wrong, or something just it doesn't come out as planned in the script. So we have to kind of work with what we got, and sometimes run into some type of issues, like it could be anything from just lighting to not having enough actors, or place falling apart, or ghosts running by us in the hallway. And it's part of the fun, but it does get a little tedious. But we usually make it work, man. And I mean, editing is very time consuming, but that's kind of bringing the film to life a little bit. And these guys who we have, like Chad, Chris, and all the other guys working with us, they make it a lot easier for me, to be honest with you, because they deliver so well that it's such a relief to me that I at first I was always scared that maybe I hope they do good today or they're gonna be bad. I don't even worry about that anymore. I write the script and I cast Chad, Chris, whoever, and they go out there and they just they nail it for me. So it's like I have nothing to worry about. We got a great team. Everybody's so, enthusiastic and very talented. These guys are very talented. But it is. Sorry.
Go ahead, Cody. No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's a really good experience, man. I have really fun with these guys. They're really good friends of mine, and we really love doing this stuff.
Chris, if you could act in any genre, what would that genre be?
Wow. That's pretty wide open. It's funny because Cody's talking about making Godzilla for his little brother, and my older brother was one who really got me into movies. And kind of funny that Cody's reference point is for the classics is The Shining and Evil Dead, and my brother, who was some years older than me, was, look, if it's not black and white, it's not a real movie. So he was always pushing me to watch these, like the film noir stuff from the 50s and 60s, the gumshoe private investigator trying to solve a homicide. Something dark, doesn't necessarily have to be horror, but something kind of stark. But I don't know, because it changed. In terms of what I'd like to do, it kind of changes each day. One day I can be a killer, and the next day I can be a cop. So it just kind of matters what we're doing on any particular day.
Would you ever be a cop killer?
Oh, that's I guess it's easy to say this stuff, but that hasn't come up yet. So I will wait and see about that.
Nice. Now, Pat, let me ask you this: if you could get any leading man to act across from you, that Cody could pay anybody to come in, who do you want to do a horror short with? Who would be like, this is the actor I want to put my chops up against and play off of? Who would that be?
I would have to say Edward Norton for his brilliant performance in Fight Club, and the way he really got into this crazy mindset. And in my opinion, any good horror movie has that crazy, The Shining, for example. And I think that would be really, really enjoyable, and I would love to pick up tips from him because I thought his performances were beautiful, and that's really what I try to base my performances off of, as well as Anthony Hopkins, like the way he studied for Silence of the Lambs. He watched the confession tapes of, I believe it was Bundy, and he didn't blink at all in the movie, and as well as how Bundy didn't blink at all during his confession tapes. So I feel like I could pick up a lot of really good tips from them, and I think it'd be an awesome performance.
Wow. That even adds even more creep to everything with him not blinking. I didn't notice that. I didn't realize that. That's super, super creepy.
Yeah.
Cody, let me ask you this, Cody. You got after Territories. What do you have on the agenda coming up after Territories?
Oh man. Well, as of now, we're kind of we have two options, and it seems like it's leaning more towards the other. But we're debating on making a Batman fan film, which is we've been talking about doing for years now. And now that we kind of figured out how to do these little film stuff, we're really starting to lean towards that, or possibly a Friday the 13th, or maybe just both. But I think we're talking about making a little Batman kind of thing, a very dark take on Batman, something that maybe no one's ever seen before. We really want to try to bump things up because Batman, as everyone knows, Batman's been done in many shapes and forms. It's been done a lot. and we really want to step up our game and try something new with the Batman character and kind of add our little taste of horror into the Batman universe and kind of just twist that together and see what comes out.
Boy, that sounds really, really intriguing. So you would go more like a Tim Burton kind of horror theme Batman.
Absolutely.
And what kind of villains would you put in that?
We actually, as of now, we've casted a Joker character is being played by Christopher Imba, who is a phenomenal actor. You can actually check his stuff out on YouTube, Facebook. He's on some local programming TV stations in our general area, but he's all over the place online. So as of now, I know there will be Joker will be casted in this, and we're still tweaking some stuff out. There's still a lot planning kind of to go along with it, but it's going to be a little rough on the pocket, so that's what, you can't worry about that kind of stuff with this kind of stuff. So we're trying to get a script developed here in the next few months, and we've already started casting for some roles, and we're kind of just taking our time with it because we really, really want this to be good and unique and very dark take. It's funny you mentioned the Tim Burton films, is because this last week I've been watching nothing but Batman. Every night I'm watching Batman with my Batman slippers on, and just with a bag of popcorn every night. And the Tim Burton ones I've been watching them back and forth, just really trying to get into the mindset of that Batman world, and then kind of just add a little wet paint flavor to it.
Now, let me do this, Cody. Let me just put a bug in your ear, a self-promoting bug in your ear. Is it possible at any time that you could do an indie horror short where Tat kills me? Is that possible?
I think it sounds great.
I
don't mind killing you.
Tat killing you. I think that can be arranged.
If I could die by the hand of Tat, that could be a movie community college gold. Action Jackson would be so excited to see me murdered by Tat. I think he would really get a kick out of it.
You let Action Jackson know that Tat's on her way. And
yes, right. It can be a warning. You can do it as a warning to all other trailer reactor channels. You kill me and you put. I joke, I kid. I know we talked a little bit about Friday the 13th, fan film idea, and I think I think you got a great cast for something like that. If you put Tad in there, that would be creepy as hell. You get Chris going in there. There's just some good stuff. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I'm getting excited. You guys got a lot of good stuff going on. Chris, what are you looking forward to out of all this stuff going on that's cooking right now?
I'd like to, I'd say the Godzilla thing we tried was very challenging, and it failed, and failure's a part of anything that you try and do. The short movies are great, but you'd be surprised how difficult it is to really capture someone's interest and emotional content in only 2 minutes. It's very hard. But I think really this territory is evolving into a full length movie, and it's watching it develop is pretty exciting. There's a lot of good scenes to it, and there's a few more challenging ones to be shot. But I think actually seeing it finished, seeing Cody finish off the final editing process of it and having it however long it is, actually just achieving it, finishing it, having it done, and putting it out there. I think that's going to be exciting. It's going to be an achievement.
And what about you, Kat? What are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to seeing the finished product of everything, because while absolutely every piece of this is fun, it doesn't matter whether you're tired or you're cold or you're hungry, you've been at it for 2 hours doing the same scene over and over again. It's all worth it. It's all so much fun. But to see the finished product and see all that hard work put together, it's absolutely wonderful. Anytime Cody finishes a scene, he always sends it to me, and I love looking at it. He did the same thing with like the short films. As soon as he would tell me it was out, I was on it. Boom! It was so much fun to watch.
Well, we're getting close to being out of time, and what I want to make sure that I get an opportunity to do is, Cody, we'll start with you. Where can people find you on social media or check your stuff out? We'll kind of work our way through the pattern as we did. So go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, so if you go to Facebook, you can just type in Wetpaint Pictures. It should be pretty easy to find. You can find all of our shoot skits. You can find our teaser trailer on there, along with some pretty cool teaser posters for territories and just a lot of group and behind-the-scenes stuff on our Facebook. And you can also check us out on YouTube, just same thing, Wetpaint Pictures. And that on YouTube you can find our same thing. That's where all of our short horse stuff is, and our teaser trailer for territories.
And Chris, where can folks find you at?
Right where he mentioned.
Okay.
That's my only presence is right there. So.
Okay. And Pat? Where can Tat Nation find you at?
I'm not usually on Facebook very often, but you can follow me on Instagram at TatBaby. That's TATTBBY.
Okay.
And that's really my only presence on social media as well.
Nice, very good. Well, you may want to get Tat Nation ready because I think they're coming. Very good, guys. I really appreciate the time coming on, and I'd like to do this. Maybe we can do this once a month and kind of check in with you guys. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead once I get this all edited up. Cody, I'll send you a link to where it's available, and you can disseminate it to your crew. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. On behalf of the crew from Wetpaint Pictures, this is the Professor, and you've been listening to Movie Community College. And go check out some indie films. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.